Hey everybody, welcome back to the Grooming by Rudy podcast. In this episode, guys, we're going to be talking about a single tool that is so often overlooked in the grooming industry. And this single tool has come a very, very long way. And it's such an important tool that no groomer can groom without it. We got that coming up in this episode of the Grooming by Rudy podcast.
You're listening to the Grooming by Rudy podcast.
Okay, guys, so welcome back to the Grooming by Rudy podcast. For those of you who don't know us, we are father and son dog grooming duo with over 55 years of dog grooming experience, and the purpose of our podcast and our YouTube channel is to further educate people for the betterment of their pets and their lives. So, before we get into this show and the tool that we're going to be talking about, we want to pay a special thanks to all of our subscribers and all of the wonderful comments that you guys are leaving. Thank you so much, guys. We love doing this, and we love that you're tuned in. So let's get into this show. Ant, what are you doing? How you doing? What's going on?
Dude, we started this new year off pretty, it was fun. We got flu A, me, my wife, and my son. So that was a good way to start the new year. We got it New Year's Day. That was awesome. We had a lot of, it's funny. Me and you had a lot of conversations leading up to New Year's. Like, dude, starting New Year's Day, man, we're going to get more videos out. We're going to record some podcasts. We're going to get a bunch of stuff out. Boom, flu A. So, yeah.
What's flu A, though?
There's two flus that you could get. Flu A, flu B. Flu A is the bad one.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was two flus.
Me neither. I didn't know either. I didn't know until it felt like I got hit by a truck all of a sudden, and there you go, flew away.
Do you feel better now?
Oh, yeah. That was yeah. Let me tell you, I feel, and a lot of people got it. A few of my friends on Twitch got it. The flu got a lot of people this year. So, yeah, but no, we all made a full recovery. We did go, there was a hospital trip involved, which was real scary. But they were great. We were only there for about an hour, no overnight stay or anything like that. So the little one's doing good. The wife's doing good. And, yeah, I'm ready to find, this is like my first time this past week leading up to us recording this is my first time in 2026 of having like a complete, like, okay, we're back on schedule now with everything. So it's good to have you guys back here with us.
Yeah, it's a good thing, guys. But, the reason for it is because it's freezing up here in North Jersey. It was like, I think it was like 2 degrees yesterday. And you know what's funny? I like when you look at like the temperature, you go on your phone and it says, whatever, it's like 32 degrees, but feels like 15. I don't get, who determines that? Like, what do you mean feels like, what if you're wearing, a coat? And it's 32 degrees and you hot in the coat. Can you say, oh, it's 32 degrees, but it feels like 55?
Yeah, right.
Like,
also, if it says feels like, isn't that what it is?
Exactly.
Like if it's 2 degrees, isn't it just 2 degrees? It's not 2 degrees. Feels like it's less, but that's what it is.
Personally, I think it can only be determined by like if you go out there in your birthday suit. You have to go out there naked to really determine what it feels like. You know what I'm saying?
Your birthday suit.
And again, who determines that? Like, does somebody just go out there and go, it's 32, but I don't know, feels like 15 to me. I don't know. Who has that authority?
Yeah.
Let me know. If you guys know, let me know. But I think that's very, very funny. So anyway, let's get into this video. We have to educate, right? We got to talk about grooming tools. Guys, this tool is your guard comb, okay? Now, again, guys, this tool is overlooked, and it's something that groomers use every day. And even you at-home groomers, we talk about it all the time because guard combs are just such an important tool because it allows you to give your dog a haircut. And without it, I don't know what we would do. And the evolution of guard combs has just, again, come a long way. Back in the day, when I first started grooming, they were called blue combs, okay? And the reason for that is because they were actually blue, like this. This isn't an original blue comb, but they were blue, or they were called snap-on combs. Now they're called guard combs, which I think is a better name for them.
I don't remember the blue ones, but I do remember the brown and maroon ones. Those were pretty, back in the day. They worked.
Yeah.
They were good, but I remember you struggled. He struggled with them a lot. I remember you always struggling with those.
Yep. And I actually have a brown one. They used to come in these little boxes.
Oh my
like
God, I haven't seen
look
those
at this.
boxes in forever.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is how
crap.
they used to come in, and this is made by company Miller's Forge, who's still in business. And don't get me wrong, they were great. They worked, but not that good. But Anthony's talking about this is a brand new one. It's maroon in color.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, and they were just made of plastic, and I don't know, they're just. What do you think?
Here's the when the stainless steel ones came out.
Yeah,
those were like a game changer.
Yeah.
That's like I remember you being so happy and basically asking like why the hell wasn't this earlier?
Yeah.
Like why wasn't this made earlier?
Yeah, because the plastic ones, okay, like even though they worked, they're super sharp, and they were like, I don't know, they broke easily. Once they broke, they were just good for nothing. They didn't work anymore. They were really hard to even get. I have a clipper here. I'll show you. They were actually really kind of hard to get on the clipper. And the one thing about these that was horrible was like there was no side to them. Look, and they would often just come off of the blade like that and just be terrible.
Yeah, I remember you struggling with those a lot. And the good thing too, but like that's why snap-on combs are so important, is you had to do a lot more scissoring when those were your only option because they were so difficult to deal with. And the sliding thing that he was just showing you guys, kind of dangerous a little bit. It'll chew up your blades too if they're off. What do you call it? Off-centered.
Yeah,
like if they're off-centered.
Yeah, they just lacked precision. Even the attachment of them lacked precision. And the main reason for that is that these new stainless steel guys, they have a little plastic piece on the side. So when you pop these on now, they don't shift. They just stay on, which allows the coat and the hair to guide right down into the blade. So again, things are just getting better. Tools are getting better in the grooming industry, along with other industries. Just, again, you got to hand it to technology because a lot of things do get better.
Yeah, more scissoring, more risk too. So that's another thing. Were the sizes always the same?
Yeah, see, that's a good point. And like
limited, like were they limited?
Yeah, they were limited. Back in the day, you had like I think it was a number 4, a number 2, a 1.5, and a number 1. And the higher the number, the more coat it left on. But now, it's just I don't know. You have you get a whole case of them, and you got like these really big guys that.
No, the 4, the 2, and those are the sizes we usually use. Once you start getting into like O, C, E, A, it's like it's like a guitar. All of a sudden, it's guitar chords. That's when that's when you get into the letters. I feel like those are the ones you really don't use very often.
Exactly. Anthony makes a good
one.
Yeah, this is a letter E. Okay, so I mean,
the size of that.
Look at the size of this. Guard comb. Like I'll be honest, I never ever used this. I never one time used this. So you can buy them individually. And I think the one that you're definitely going to use the most is going to be your number 2. It's the most common one used. And, and it's just because it leaves like the perfect amount of coat on. And again, these guys are made of steel. They clean easy. They pop on and off very, very easily. And again, they're just more secure. Just, I don't know. I use the number 2. I use the number, I use a 4 a lot. If I want to leave like a little bit more coat, I'll go to that 1.5. The highest I go is a number 1. Other than that, like Anthony said, once you start getting into the letters, I think they're pretty much useless, in my opinion.
Have you ever used an E? The one you just held up to the camera.
I maybe maybe just start a pattern on a full head on like I think maybe a golden doodle head that I want a little.
Can I see that?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so big. Like look at the size of that. It's just
it's so big. It's heavy too.
It is.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. What are we grooming? A giraffe?
It's an E.
It's an E. Wow, and it says E on there.
It says E on it. And these are Wahl.
This is a great set though because they're color coded.
Yeah,
and it's like you get like this is like a cheat sheet. Like you get a color and it does say E on there. Granted, again, you're probably never going to use, especially for just like at home groomings. Like,
yeah, I couldn't even grab it from you.
Sorry,
Really slipped out of my hand. Yeah, it's heavy. But again, in comparison to these guys, to these plastic guys, I mean, here, feel that.
yeah, this is complete. I remember these are the ones I remember.
Like put your finger to
Yeah.
it, poke your.
Oh, whoa. Careful.
Like with those two, you could easily hurt a dog.
Yeah.
I've poked that into a dog's hock by accident and cut the dog with these plastic ones. So, and here's the thing: you could still get the plastic ones, but I don't recommend them. I really don't.
You know what's funny about these is that you'd think that stainless steel is less safe, but this feels less safe to me. You guys can't feel it, but it's like these feel. Oh man, it just feels so like it's so insanely sharp.
Exactly. You know what? Anthony makes a great point there. You would think that the stainless steel ones, because they're steel, will cut, but they don't, because they have like a really nice round edge. Feel that?
Yeah, they're less. These are less sharp. Yeah, they're rounded.
Yeah.
Those are rounded.
Yeah, it's the edge of them are nice and like rounded and beveled a little bit. So again, we've come a long way, and it's the evolution of guard combs. And like you said before, Anthony, remember when I first used that, I was ecstatic over it.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing I wanted to mention: these little clips on the bottom. These clips, if you pop them on the wrong way, and your hand was in the way, it would cut your finger open. I would literally go ow and just have this like deep cut because of these sharp clips that attached to the blade. Where again, the newer ones, they don't have, like they have them, but like they're set back more, and the spring is just you don't have to touch them to get the guard comb on. You can actually just come underneath and pop. With those, if it slipped off, and it did quite often, you would cut your hand.
And then the thing is too is if you cut your hand in that motion that you're putting the snap-on, if you cut your hand, it's the same spot that you're going to have to keep re-aggravating every time you switch your snap-ons. I remember that happening to you all the time back in the day.
Yeah. It's I'm telling you, it's crazy. And when we're talking about these guard combs, guys, it's very important to know that we're talking about using them on a detachable blade. So the blade that you're most commonly supposed to use these particular guard combs with is going to be your 30 blade. Personally, I have a really sharp 15 blade that I love and I use with the guard combs. You can use a 10, but to be honest, the finish isn't going to be that great with the 10. You can use a 10 blade too. Just has to be really, really sharp. But your 30 blade is going to be your go-to blade that you use the guard comb with, and that would be the blade that's actually on the clipper, for those of you who don't know. So this is going to be either your 30 blade or a very sharp 15 blade that the guard comb attaches to.
One of the best things about the guard combs is that, and we just did a video about this, so I'm going to put the card up here so you guys can go check that out, and put the link in the description below. But the guard combs allow you to sort of pre-shape your grooming before you even get to the finishing part, even inside, which is what our video is about. But even while you're finishing, it allows you to pre-shape before the scissoring, and it's you're basically able to try to achieve an almost finished look with just the guard combs, and it's less scissoring, less risk, and you're saving time. Because scissoring takes time too. There's precision there. You got to step back. You got to look at what you're doing. You kind of have to do that with everything in grooming, but most so with scissoring because it's so precise, especially depending on the areas of the dog that you're grooming. But that's the best thing about guard combs, really, is it's a finishing tool that you prep your dogs with. And on certain like poodles and golden doodles and stuff, you could kind of already start seeing the grooming come together before you even bathe the dog. So when you by the time you get the dog on the finishing table and it's all fluffed out and dried, your job is already cut in half. And then you could kind of keep guard combing, and you're shaving off even more time with the scissors too. It's like I've seen you guard comb 85% of a poodle grooming before.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And he's scissoring the 15%.
Yep.
Which is like, it wasn't always like that.
Right. And that's, Anthony makes a great point, because you can really achieve a nice pre-finish, faster, easier, and there's less risk involved if you're doing less scissoring and you're getting a lot of that haircut done with the guard comb and doing a little bit more of that precision work, which you weren't able to really do with the old guard combs. The newer guard combs allow more precision, faster, and less scissoring means less risk, and it also means less time, right? You can get the dogs done sooner, and which is better because you don't want a dog hanging on the table for too long. They get tired, they start getting antsy, you start losing their cooperation, and they want to just go home. So the guard combs more recently allow groomers to groom faster, more efficiently, and get that finish done quicker.
Prep your dogs. That's the. I want to just reiterate that because we did just do a video about it that I just told you guys about, and it's real important because you just hit on it. Where dogs get tired after a while, they get tired of standing in the same spot. If you don't prep your dog, they just got to stand there longer in the finish. You're not saving any time by not prepping your dog, unless you got like a pit bull on your table or something. But get your dogs on the table, prep them before the bath, get those pads shaved up, get those sanitary clips done, just save time for later because your dog is going to thank you for it. Trust me. And Snap-ons help with that. That's why I'm reiterating the point because it, depending on the breed you have anyway, but a lot of breeds you can use Snap-ons. Anything that requires a haircut, you could probably find some use of a Snap-on comb.
Yeah. And the whole purpose of this particular episode, this podcast, is to show you the evolution, guys. I mean, I've been grooming for so long. I've been grooming for 42 years, and I've seen it. I've seen it all evolve, and everything has evolved, not just the guard combs. The clippers have evolved. The new clippers that have come out, whether it's your Andis XL, 5-speed clipper, or your Kenchis or your Joyzy clippers, they've all gotten a lot better. And so used in conjunction with the new guard combs, let me tell you something, grooming really has gotten easier and better. And like you could just groom better because the equipment's better. It's working faster, and it's like working up to par with your ability, if that makes sense, right? So it's like, and there's less frustration. There's less drag. The combs don't get jammed up nearly as much as they used to. They still do from time to time, but back in the day, like you'd have to put your clippers down like every like 2 minutes to clear out the hair and restart. So again, the evolution of this is what I really want to stress. Things are better, and you at-home groomers, we tell you this all the time. Buy that better equipment. Don't go for the cheap stuff, and definitely stay away from the plastic guard combs. In my opinion, they're just worthless. Don't use them. Get the stainless steel ones. They range in price to, you can get the whole set with the number with the letter E in it. I think they go for like anywhere between $40 and $45 for the whole set. But again, you can buy them individually, and they're I think about maybe $10 each. I
would recommend, if you're unsure, can I see the blue one?
Yeah.
If you're unsure about wanting to go with the stainless steel, okay. So the blue ones are a little less sharp than the old maroon ones for sure.
Yeah.
But if you're unsure and the stainless steel ones are getting in your head a little bit, buy a plastic and a stainless steel one individually, and you'll see what we're talking about. Because even this one is still like it's better rounded, but the stainless steel, I'm telling you, you're going to be surprised at actually how much safer the stainless steel ones feel in your hand. But man, those maroon ones are crazy.
Yeah. I have hurt a dog accidentally using those maroons. You can feel the difference in this blue one, right?
Even the blue ones evolved. Even though that's not an original blue one.
It's not an original, but they went back to the blue ones because those maroon ones were just too risky, guys, and I didn't like them at all. And again, those are the things that make a groomer nervous. You don't want to hurt a dog, especially if you're using a guard comb. A guard comb is actually kind of used to protect the dog, right? Because it creates, a distance between the blade and the dog's skin. But with those maroon ones, now you have to worry about the guard comb poking the dog or hurting the dog. So to sum up the show, Wahl and Andis are a great pick, but we are hearing some great things about Speed Comb by Amy Leigh. I'm sure you guys have checked her out. If you go to her channel, she'll talk more about it. But we're really excited about this new guard comb that Amy Leigh just came out with. Supposedly, it's going to guide that hair a little bit better. It's going to give you a nice, faster, smoother finish. So we're real excited to hear about the Speed Comb by Amy Leigh. Probably going to come out this spring 2026, so look for it.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one. I talked to Amy about that a little bit at last time we saw her, which was at the Hershey Groom Expo. And she was really, really excited about it. And yeah, we love Amy. Amy's a great friend of the channel, great friend of ours. We've known her for a couple of years. And she's a go-getter. She's excited about it. I think it's going to be great. I can't wait to try it myself, actually.
Yeah. So we hope you got something out of this episode, guys. Again, it's the purpose of this is to help you guys and maybe just teach you guys what works, what doesn't work. And we love doing it. So thank you so much.
That's going to do it for this episode, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. You could also go and check out our other YouTube channel. It's called Grooming by Rudy, where we have lots of pro tutorials on dog grooming that we think can help you out a lot. Also, go to petedge.com, use promo code Rudy5, save $5 off of any orders of $100 or more. Until next time, take care, guys.